Hey everyone, I want to share something with you, and let me know what you think in the comment section when I'm done. Now, I came across something that seems to be like a bit more than just a coincidence, and let me know what you think. We've been talking about the whole Nat fiasco and the drama that surrounds Katie and how she always has to make herself look like the victim. Well, I want to remind people exactly what went down in 2021 and who was at the heart of it, the center of it, and that was an account known as All Things Sassy. Now, this account seemingly just kind of like blew this wide open for Katie by like tipping her off to like all of these like bad intentions, whatever, from Nat and others in the community allegedly. So, what the screenshots I'm going to be sharing with you come from not the live stream on Kay Baxter's channel at the time, but there was a stream before then where Little Miss Noble joined and came up on panel. This is from that stream's comment section. I can't help but to notice like the friendly banter between Katie and Sassy. But yeah, let's get started. Sassy saying, not one single person said not to DM them, and they didn't want to talk to me. Y'all see me over here again having to defend myself again? Bullshit. There is no screenshots of me talking to Katie because I haven't. Sassy then says, do not put me in the category with Nat, Little Miss Noble, and or Meek. FYI, Meek is apparently Nat. I'm live reacting, obviously. Now here we have Katie joining him. Sassy has not talked to me since last week. She contacted me after Nat asked her for videos of my son, and Sassy realized she was stalking me. Katie then says, thank you, Kay, for being objective. Katie is lying about everything, Katie being Little Miss Noble. Nat, Katie, and this whole group is going to be held responsible. The FBI is investigating, despite Katie lying. Here, Katie says, what they've done to my husband and my son is horrific. I'll survive this. But husband deserves a fucking apology. Sassy says, agree. It's not that hard. When I took a step back after telling you, I saw someone had an Instagram of you in the pool making fun, saying you don't even know to wear sunglasses. What the actual fuck? When does it stop? That's clearly reaching. I know. Nobody ever wears sunglasses in a pool. Fucking horror. To which Katie says, I don't wear sunglasses often. Why would I wear them in the pool? That's idiotic. My son was splashing me. I guess that's why you never see people wearing sunglasses at the beach near a pool. Lifeguards never wear them. Just no one ever wears sunglasses. The splashing. Then we have Katie says, you did the right thing by sharing what you knew. So many others came forward, which has helped all of this fall apart. Sassy says, I'm just over it. Going real life is crossing boundaries beyond belief. Todd's told me I was going to get heat for this. He wasn't wrong. The conspiracies people have now, they claim to have screenshots of me talking to you yesterday. I've said it 50 times. Let's see it then. Todd who? Todd Chrisley? Or Toodles? Then Sassy says, would you tell them the last time you spoke to me, please? For the love of God, this shit's a mess. This Little Miss Noble is an idiot. Katie says, yep, you have not spoken to me since last Saturday. And Katie never lies. Katie then says, these people are literally psychotic gaslighting abusers. Just ignore them. It might be easier to ignore them, though, if you don't go out seeking for the comment sections where these people will likely be. Sassy says, self-control has expired at this point. I'm glad I told you, and I hope you guys get justice. They, somebody, have taken it too far. Sassy says, I was a member of Discord. Then one day I decided I was going to start a channel. I worked for months trying to find a name. I was on Discord as Mama, then changed to Sassy Mama, then changed to All Things Sassy. They called me Sassy. Go ask them how long I was in there. Y'all don't know me and think I'm new because I was never on YouTube, in chats, never on Twitter. I was always in Discord only. Once I made a Twitter, I made a channel. Once I made a Twitter, I made a channel, or the other way around. I'm not sure, but basically Twitter and YouTube channel at the same time. I made a community, well, at the same time, I made a community post on YouTube and I answered every single person's question, every one. I never skipped one question yet. You're saying I should answer questions? I've been accused of being Katie to the point I had to make a Twitter clip of me talking to prove I'm not Katie. Just because I was not in your live chats and wasn't in the Twitter groups, always Discord, for the love of God, somebody please go ask them how long I was in there and ask if I was new. I was a paying active Nitro user, and I mean very active. Not in a slutty way, though. Okay, next we have Katie saying, "You have not spoken to me since last week." Sassy says, "I've said it a million times, and they keep saying I told you all of this last night. It's ridiculous. Absolutely stupid. I've said it over and over. I honestly don't know how you deal with it. Some of these people are relentless." Then here we have Katie says, "You are not me at all." Holy shit, I was confused until she added the "at all" part, and good thing she did that. Sassy then says, "It's odd I don't have a Twitter login. What the fuck? I'm glad you remember yours. I run 2 businesses. I made the Twitter for 2 businesses, and I made 2 for Sassy. One for Headlines Are Us. I had a Discord, several Instagrams, Facebook, YouTube for the same reasons. Jesus. This is pure ignorance. I wasn't going to use the Twitter because this mess. Once I deactivated it and deleted it all off my phone, including the app. Yes, I had to remember." There's 100%. I've not spoken to Katie since last Saturday when I told her originally about it. Anything further is bullshit, and I can show my proof. But people think they know something they don't. Go ask Manda Pants, or blame it on the rain, or Haiti. They all know. Sassy says, "Oh my God, anything Little Miss Noble just said is bullshit. That girl must be ignorant to have gotten involved in this. So she randomly met Nat on Twitter and was like, so how was COVID in the UK? Nah, she's gonna end up in prison. Stupid as." There was Sassy's and Katie Joy's interaction. Right around this time, Katie then made an Instagram post, which I'm going to read to you now, and it says, "We have an update. Today we received an email from Natalie Kennett. An analysis of the email header shows the IP is coming from Google. The @Gmail, I guess, didn't tip her off. They needed to do an analysis of the header to see that it came from Google. Yeah. And the email sender, meaning it's coming from Natalie's account. She confessed to making up everything about me and said she fabricated the whole thing in her mind. She blamed her mental illness. She confessed to falsely reporting me to the sheriff's office. She even provided an email copy of her email to Detective Jeff in Wright County, retracting her child abuse claims. Jeff acknowledged her retraction. Natalie also alleged Katie helped her file the false report. In screenshots that were sent to us, Katie allegedly spoke about reporting Michael to the bar, monitoring his financial transactions. Here we go. And to filing reports to CPS about me and my husband. She also alleged Alexis, Shen's panty liner, and Dottie were somehow involved in the dissemination of false information. She also allegedly falsely accused Michael of sending someone to whatever. Okay. While I appreciate everyone coming forward, this changes nothing. Apologizing does nothing when you have threatened officers of the court, their children, and parties to a federal lawsuit. This was a civil defamation lawsuit. It wasn't like going up against the mob or something. That's a federal crime and a felony. You don't say. We will be forwarding everything to the FBI for the investigation. We have not ruled out suing all parties for harassment, defamation, slander, and pain and suffering. The trauma this group has put my family and so many innocent people through is horrific. It was all done to try to frame me for crimes to get me arrested. So this was all done because people just wanted to make me a bigger victim than I am. These people are so wrong and so horrible. And I'm so innocent. It's all about me. Just like 7M now is all about her. It's all about her. Robert Shin, everything Robert Shin is now doing is centered around Katie. He's fixated on Katie. He doesn't give a shit about the dancers anymore. Come on now. He doesn't give a shit about law enforcement or any of the ex-church members or whatever. It's all about Katie. Imagine taking these steps to try to get someone that is innocent. Show me someone who's innocent first. Then maybe I can imagine that. Innocent arrested and have their child taken away. Oh, kind of like when someone reports someone to their DA and probation or parole officer or whatever, and makes up bullshit threats. Like, oh, your person there said that they were going to jump on a plane and come find me and destroy me. When what they actually said in the Instagram Live that is displayed thousands of times now, what they actually said was, you're going to get something in the mail from my lawyer, and we know where to send it. Kind of like that. Mm-hmm. We've identified the names of multiple sock puppets with their names. You identified sock puppet names with their names? Holy shit. Addresses, etc. These will all be forwarded to the FBI. The actual FBI? Because no one's ever heard anything about this. So were they your sock puppets? If you're using anonymous accounts to threaten people online and commit crimes, your anonymity goes out the window. That I fully agree with. No one gets to hide behind a screen name to commit felonies, and I have their identity protected. This is a request to anyone else that has information about this conspiracy to contact the FBI. Thank you. Something on Twitter. She says, thank you to the multiple people that have come forward and are cooperating with us about what Nat and Little Miss Noble Katie have done. I'm asking those of you who participated in the coordination of smearing and attempting to frame me for crimes to stop the harassment. Thank you. Meek, Sarah, and Nat are all the same person, I bet. Nat has so many sock puppets. It's ridiculous. The reason why I bring this up is because of the account name there, All Things Sassy. Since then, this happened in 2001. She has reemerged in 2022. And this is when Katie doxed her, put out what is allegedly her real name, and her husband's rap sheet. Now, I say this because really the only person who's presented any information as to who's behind the All Things Sassy account has been Katie. And we all know she lies. So I'm not even sure if the person who I have thought was behind the account is in actuality the person behind the account. Now, I've tried reaching out to this person because of what happened in 2023, about a year ago. This account came up again. Only now they were running the Facebook group that called out Katie Joy. Shared her own posts, screenshots of her posts, video clips of her own words, and just held her to task with her own words. In this group, though, the person who was in charge of it, owned it, running it, however you want to put it, caused quite a bit of drama. So much drama that, in fact, about almost a dozen creators are looking at legal action, or litigation rather, because of court filings that were done against them. Like almost a dozen of us. I can't really go into much more about that at the moment, so I won't. But after shit hit the fan there about a year ago, again, the Sassy account just poof, disappeared. And I say this, and I say it was a Sassy account because the name of the account on Facebook was Allison Jones. But Allison Jones, through correspondence with several people, several of us anyways, she had come out and said that she was, in fact, All Things Sassy. And in fact, she even provided an audio clip or a voice message in this messenger group. And I compared that to one of her older videos on YouTube. And it's her. I really think it's her. Same accent, same everything. It's her. So this is why I say that Allison Jones was really, in fact, the person behind All Things Sassy. Now, whether or not the person behind All Things Sassy was, in fact, the person who I know to have the initials BB, whether or not that's the person, I don't know, because that information came from Katie. She lies. But I find it a little bit coincidental that this account now, for 3 times, has just popped up out of the blue, caused a bunch of bullshit, and then once again disappeared, rode off into the sunset, however you want to put it. And here's Katie with some sort of narrative that she can try to push that helps victimize her and demonize everyone else. Well, so she thinks. This time it's not going over quite like she planned, but regardless. It seems a little bit too coincidental, don't you think?